Black hole is a very fascinating concept. Black hole is formed when stars collapses into its own gravity and absorbs itself. For example, our sun is a very massive thing. If it collapses into a concentrated mass and keeps on collapsing, eventually it will form a black hole such that its gravity is actually a weak force. Like there is a gravity, but I can lift my hand above, so gravity is very, very weak. But Earth has so much mass, but still the gravity is very weak. You can walk around, you can run, you can jump, and so on. But when the mass of the Earth gets concentrated to a very small area, for example, imagine such a small, a peanut size shape, but it has the mass of the Earth, that will become a black hole because its gravity, imagine all the Earth's gravity condensed into such a place. So if a light passes through it, it will not be reflected, it will be absorbed by that small black hole. And you cannot see it because it will be dark, because whatever you see in the universe, anything is because the light gets reflected from it, and therefore you cannot absorb a black hole. You can only observe what happens around the black hole, and only if something is there in the black hole. Now imagine our earth or the sun, but the size of my fist. Okay, it's so small, but imagine it has all the mass, so it will have a very strong gravity around it, but up to a limit. That limit is called event horizon. After that, there is no challenge. You can roam around, you can free this, but the moment you cross the event horizon, you will be gravitated towards the black hole, and you will never be able to get out, because nothing, the gravity is so strong up to a certain limit, event horizon. So technically, theoretically, anything can become a black hole. For example, if you have your water bottle in your hand, if you can keep on compressing it forward such that its mass has become so small, its mass means size becomes very, very microparticle, but it will have all the mass it has of a water bottle. So it technically will become a black hole, but because it's so small, its event horizon and its area will be so small. Now imagine stars which are so big in the universe, so massive, massive, massive. When it collapses, it becomes small, but still that is a significant amount of big, and that is black hole. And there are many, many black holes in the universe, but we are not able to observe them, because if there is nothing around it or within the event horizon a little further, it cannot affect anything, and there is no effect. How do you observe it? Because you cannot observe it directly, because the light, even light doesn't come from black hole. Whatever light passes through the black hole is absorbed by the black hole. So how does a black hole look like, and what are the things going on inside it? How the mechanism of work? Does the laws of physics change? We don't know as of now what happens when such a concentrated mass gets created and the gravity is so high. But we have some predictions, we have some theories, we have some laws. But the beautiful thing is there are black holes everywhere in the universes. But is that for us to observe and take a picture, there has to be something around it which creates the light, which has the light, and it bends across the black hole, and we can see light coming out from all the areas, but not in the center, because there's a black hole around it. So that's it, guys. That's his black hole. So next time you see a black hole image, all the light, and it will be fascinating. You'll be excited. Wow, such a light of image of a black hole. But the image of a black hole is the darkness. Okay, we are just uh, making the image of the peripheral, which you can see. What you cannot see in the center, that is a black hole. So in a way, image of a black hole is exactly not an image of a black hole, because you cannot get an image of a black hole, because unless you receive light from it, you cannot. And by definition of a black hole, even light cannot come from it. So all we have is an image of other areas lit up around the black hole, and we know the properties it has all the properties of a black hole. It is concentrated mass, it is making all the other element move in a very specific direction, and all this thing. We don't know all that, so we know there is a black hole. We can just observe and take a picture of all the peripherals. See you guys.